Giving unto the Spirit of Christ, which is the head of my life. Again, I don't know about the church. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm serious about not being transformed to a religion. Because I want to talk to you about my ancestors. Y'all need to stop sending us to hell for telling us channeling our ancestors is a sin. Well, I'm going to give y'all another outlook on this. Shout out to the ones in the black community who kept grandma's secrets, who you ain't shared grandma recipe with nobody. Shout out to the ones who get in the kitchen and say, I really feel my mama's presence because I cook just like my mama. And how you know you cook just like your mama? Because if your boyfriend or your husband tasted your mama cooking, and he can say, I see your mama in this, I channeled my ancestor, my mama, and cooked the meal. Shout out to all the ancestors who knew they had a husband who was out here cheating, having all kind of babies, and we still accepted them kids. Shout out to those who reached for their ancestors because their grandmama knew her man was a hoe. She accepted it. And she went up to him because she became friends with the baby mama. And any new kids that came into the situation, everybody knew about each other and they got along. It wasn't no baby mama drama. Shout out to those grandmamas who didn't do baby mama drama. Shout out to those wives who don't do baby mama drama. Some of us know what we got ourselves into and we okay with it. Because we know we are very unique. Your grandmama was unique to know that your granddaddy was out there making kids on her. And she still stayed married to him. She took care of him even till he died. But she knew about them outside kids. She probably was paying child support for them outside kids. Because y'all don't think that them outside kids come to get their money too from child support. And baby mama want to get mad and she do all the stuff that she's supposed to do to provide for her child. Because your granddaddy don't know nothing about no child support. He just know the money missing out of his check. But once he got up to some responsibility, he decided to tell the truth about them outside kids and they started coming around. Shout out to those kids who knew each other before their daddy died. There's some men out here got some outside kids. They just don't know each other until the funeral comes. And the grandmama don't freak out. Your mama don't freak out. Why? Because she knew about them outside kids. She chose to stay with your daddy. For better or worse was her thought process. Shout out to those who honored our wedding vows. To allow our husbands to be baby daddies. And then when they decide to be husbands, we allowed them to be husbands. But they was never baby daddy. They weren't concerned about them kids. They wanted you and not them kids. They like what it took to make them kids, but they don't like what it takes to take care of them kids. Shout out to those baby mamas who took care of their kids regardless if he was there or not. And then when he came around, we didn't downmouth him. We didn't talk about him. But our kids drew their own conclusion. Shout out to those mamas who let our kids draw their own conclusion about their co-parenting situation. You are going to be a mother if you are a mother. And though crack may be in the way or drugs might have been in the way, you did what the best you could. You gave them to your mama. And your mama wasn't out here running the streets. Your mama was in the house or in the church or married to your granddaddy. And she took care of them kids. And then when you got your life back together, she gave you your kids back. She wasn't trying to hold them kids from you. She was just trying to wait on you to get grown and be responsible. But shout out to those kids that was raised by their grandmamas who still remember their grandma cooking. Feet being swole, but she cooked the best greens and you got her recipe and you ain't giving it to nobody. You ain't selling grandma recipe. Shout out to those who will go into business with somebody, but I'm not giving you my recipes. This is my grandma's secret recipe, and it's only 3 people would know about it, and they in my family. That's generational wealth. Shout out to the generational wealth who understand my grandma peach cobbler ain't for sale. I sell my grandma peach cobbler, but my grandma peach cobbler ain't for sale. Because no matter how many times I make it, I know the recipe, but I'm not sharing it with the world. You can eat my grandma peach cobbler, but I'm not giving you her recipe. And I can capitalize off my grandma recipe. Shout out to those. Shout out to those people who understand what generational wealth is, and it's not all about monetary gain. Shout out to the new generation who everybody is going to their house for Thanksgiving dinner and not your house. Shout out to those kids who know how to cook like their mama. Been cooking Thanksgiving, Christmas, and everybody wind up at your house. Shout out to that generational wealth of you the one who they go to the house for Thanksgiving, Easter service, baptisms. Everybody is asking for you to cook your special. This, that, and it's really not yours, it's your grandmama's. Shout out to those who talk to those ancestors. I have a prayer ancestor, and I don't care. When I get into a secret place and I need to pray, I can close my eyes and I can hear her voice, and I'm telling y'all, she encourages me through chanting. Call me witchcraft. Call my grandma witchcraft. She wasn't no witchcraft. She's a woman who believed in faith, and she used that faith to move her mountains. And all the mountains she couldn't move, she asked God to help her deal with them and get over them, or deal with them and still be in her way. You gotta be able to channel your ancestors, because I'm sorry, my mom is an ancestor. My grandma is an ancestor. My biological grandmama is an ancestor. My biological grandfather is an ancestor. Sorry, y'all. And my grandfather owned a corner store. My husband knows my granddaddy. The only reason why he knew my granddaddy, because he called my granddaddy mean. But my granddaddy was never mean. I never understood it. He was stern with the teenagers and the kids in the neighborhood. And he wasn't no pedophile. He didn't touch little girls. But he was there to help some people who didn't have groceries in their house, who didn't have food. He let you run up a bill on him. He wasn't that type, but he was the type to take care of a woman and take care of all her life till he died. He took care of her. So much so that he bought property that the new wife was trying to kick her out of. Shout out to my grandmama who having enough faith to believe that that was her house and God gave it to her. She got it. But she lost it too. She lost it to her son. But it's okay. Because even though her son put her out and put her in the old folks home, she was so connected to us that I still cry because I miss my grandma. Shout out to my grandma, my ancestor. Not my biological ancestor, but my ancestor, meaning that I was raised by her. So our DNA might not be the same, but we still under the same spirit, the same mind. I cook like her. I think like her. I think like my mama too, because my mama was raised by my grandma. My granddaddy, second wife. But to it all be told, she was just his spiritual wife. She wasn't his real wife. Shout out for finding that secret out. Shout out to that generational wealth of secrecy and nobody knowing about granddaddy until he died. Child. How me as a grandchild would be like, oh, my granddaddy was so good. But to my biological grandmother, my granddaddy was a piece of trash. And she was glad she got rid of him. Piece of trash. We all have different beliefs, different perspectives, different ways of doing things. But I'm telling y'all, universal love is so profound when you know your ancestors and you're not hiding your history. I don't hide the genetics that went on in my family. A lot of these people rode out the storm with a man. That was our trait, family trait. Don't give up on nobody. Nobody. If your son was on crack, you didn't give up on him. If your son was on coke, you didn't give up on him. When your son went to jail, you didn't give up on him. Shout out to my generational curse of not giving up on nobody. We didn't give up on people. I still don't give up on people. I still give people enough chances to tie themselves, hang them, road time, and deadly kill them. Because I have forgave you so many times that when I finally walk away, everybody be like, about time. She finally woke up. So now I'm woke. What you want me to do with the information now that I'm woke? How do you expect me to respond? And my response is based on whether you think I'm right or wrong. I never needed you to tell me I was right or wrong. Never. And what dictates to you right and what dictates to you wrong, that might not be my truth. It's not. It's not my truth. And so many people walk around thinking it is. It really isn't. It's not my truth. It's not my generational curse. And that's why I say I'm okay with where I stay at and not being formed to this world, but being transformed by the renewing of my mind. And my mind is renewed every day with a different perspective. Not necessarily meaning that I'm wavering, just that I understand the other side of the spectrum. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be transformed into nothing I don't want to be. I don't want to be part of the clique no more. I would rather be on the outside and take my chances than be in the cult world of religion. I'm sorry, y'all. I evaluate everything in my life and worshiping a person. Talking about you can't be in the church unless you understand the pastor's vision. Who? Who vision? The pastor's vision you want me to go be down for? I'm not. Not no more. I'm sorry. I was wrong. A pastor's vision is not adequate. It's not. His vision isn't adequate. God's vision is adequate, but not man's. You crazy. Y'all out here doing everything in the name of God, and y'all showing up going to hell. I'm sorry. I might be there too, but I'm calling you out too, because you hate people. You hate other religions. You hate everybody's belief system, and you feel yours is the only right way to believe. And God said he coming for a church without spot or wrinkle. So if you got hate in your church, that's your spot. If y'all backbiting, that's your wrinkle. If y'all telling lies, okay, to yourself, to the people, to anybody, that's your cross. You your own temple. So me listening to somebody else preach to me about my church ain't gonna benefit me. You can preach to me about church all you want to, but y'all crooked and y'all out here doing things in the name of God, and y'all want to slap Muslims or, as y'all say, Arabs. Y'all want to put them all in one bucket and kill them because y'all feel like, oh, they terrorists. If I can recall, you're a terrorist too, because you do things in the name of God and you cause mass destruction in people's lives. Now we want you to stand accountable for what you said on that pulpit. Oh, what you said on the pulpit and how you live your life is two different things. Why? Who told you you was above law? Who told you it was okay for you to molest, cheat, deceive people, and still doing it in the church of God, in Christ or whatever, in God's house? You are being hateful and doing it in the name of God. You are being spiteful and resentful and mean when it comes to somebody being of another culture or another belief system. You want to send them to damnation. But what makes us think that your law is correct? Are you the current Moses? Help me. You can call yourself Messiah, but if you Messiah, then why is the world like it is? I love it when people call themselves in a cult the Messiah, the second coming. So if you're the second coming, what are you doing with the rest of the world? We ready? You're the second coming, so what's going on? Tell me what's going on. You said when you came, you was going to destroy the earth. Where's the destroying? Oh, human nature is destroying? Of course. But y'all want me to blame it on a religious cult and these people, because these people are the people that believe in one nation under God. Yeah, one nation under God. They put that in so much of their things that they took it out. They wanted to take it out. In God we trust. They want to take that out. You put it on our money. In God we trust. So what happened? Why we can't trust our money? Is it not good? Is something better out there? Monetary gain is the devil? What? I don't get it. I don't think monetary gain, this and that. He said, well, prophecy word, a man to gain the whole world, lose on his soul. So you out here selling your soul everywhere you look for a pair of shoes, for some clothes, for anything. How about not selling your soul for nothing? And be a standstill person and say, you won't break my soul. That y'all send the Beyonce to hell too. So church folks, y'all make up y'all mind. Is we all going to hell or we all going to heaven? And if it is that we all going to heaven, why are you still being mean? Why are you still being dishonest? Why are you lying? Why are you backbiting? Why are you talking about people? Why are you preaching the same sermon over and over again? And you supposed to be an apostle and you say you this and that and you better than this and that and this and that. It's an ideology and it's a doctrine, this and that. But you want us to support you and take care of you and share your vision. And your vision is right and everybody else is wrong, and it's just not, everybody don't have the same vision. How about we all be one nation under God? How about we live in what the forefathers wrote, but y'all done twisted it so it means slavery and isolation, and it means racism and colorism and all these things that are so disheartening and disheartening and hard for another human to hear someone say when it's truly your thoughts on religion. Everything comes down to belief. I'm sorry. Everything comes down to what you believe and if it's right. It don't have to be right. It's what you believe in. So if you believe in killing people in the name of God, that's what you're going to believe. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to kill people in the name of God. And how you killing them? With hate. With, oh my God, if you this, if you that, you going to hell. Excuse me. I thought you said God was forgiving. I thought you said that. He was forgiving. But yet and still, you don't forgive. But y'all want me to be Christ-like, but you ain't Christ-like. And it's just me saying to myself, I know God loves me. I know I'm a chosen one. I know that I have a possibility of going to hell. And I know I'm praying for salvation. That's all I know. Your ideology don't matter to me no more. Your scriptures and interpretations of the Bible don't. It don't bother me no more. If you sending me to hell for a tongue ring and nose rings and all this, hey, send me. But don't send me to hell because I'm a good person. Don't send me to hell because I do right by people and I have a forgiving spirit. But you sending me to hell. Okay. Send me to hell. People want to talk about, oh, this person gained weight. Oh, this person looks fat. Oh, this person had a body done. Oh, this person is that. This person. So what? So what? Shut up. Stop talking about people. Because some of these people you talk about don't even matter. But you yet to talk about them. I don't give a rat's crap what your pastor do behind closed doors. If that was your pastor, you didn't know it, say you didn't know it. You didn't know he was a pedophile. You didn't know he stole. You believed that he was a God, he was coming, what he said was right, and you believed it. The scales are off your eyes, and now you can see. So you no longer join yourself with that situation anymore. Good for you. Amazing for you. Amazing. But I'm going to be me. I'm going to not allow people to dictate to me of who I am. And I'm going to do things my way, and I could care less if you like it or not. But at the end of the day, you don't live with me. You don't know me personally. And personally, I don't care. But I do wish you wealth, health, and prosperity. I do that you continue to stay woke. When did that become a bad condemnation? You woke. I'm not asleep. I'm woke. I woke up this morning with my mind that was stayed on Jesus. When I woke up, I didn't have no doubt. This morning when I rose, I didn't have no doubts. But I got questions, but I ain't got no doubts. I just got some questions. And if you can help me help myself to answer them, thank you. But don't make your Bible law. And don't make your law Bible. Have a balance. That's what it truly is, about loving people with balance. Knowing people can mess up. Knowing that some people you need to forgive and some people you just need to just let them go. Keep them away from you. And right now, for me, that's a religious people who are stuck in an ideology that's not true in their real life. If you walk it like you talk it, then walk it like you talk it, because I truly walk it like I talk it. And my resume speaks for itself, and you will never know my resume because it does not matter to me about you. But I'm thankful for my resume. I'm grateful for my resume. And if I die today or tomorrow, I'm going to say, God, it was you who helped me with my resume. Nobody else. And I'm going to still hold true. Me and God got my resume. And I hope you and God got y'all resume too. But don't get mad at me because I pulled my mama's spirit and made fish and grits for my husband. or I challenged my grandmama and got my roast in my crock pot. And I picked up a bad recipe, but I threw it out the window for my own ancient grandmama recipe. I wanted my grandma roast. And I'm getting it putting it in my crock pot. I got my grandma roast in a pot. I made my mama breakfast, which was poached fish and grits for my husband. And I made salmon croquettes. Yes, he get them both. How you find my husband is how y'all gonna keep him. Cause my husband, I cook like my mom and my grandmama. And he done ate for both of them, so he know if I cook something and he say it tastes like my mama, I know she's present. I know she's present. And no matter what nobody else think, I honor her presence in our lives. And I can look at our kids and see me and their dad. But again, shout out to those baby mamas who gave the baby daddy a second chance. Shout out to those kids who may have been rejected at a young age, but their daddy finally woke up and said, I'm sorry, and apologized. And now y'all got a good relationship. I saw a show that scared me, and it made me consciously think about it. Why are we glorifying a black man getting out of prison and recreating a relationship with his daughter? Why are we glorifying a black man going to prison and getting out and trying to reacculate himself back into the new territory, the new lifestyle, the newness of the world? Some stuff here has just been closed off, being incarcerated, and now he needs to come out to live in this world where technology is advanced and cars are advances and houses have this and that and the third. But we glorifying that. Why couldn't it be a white man? Because white men go to jail too. White men have mixed relationship with their kids. Why y'all couldn't make them white? Why do they have to be black? Because y'all want us to think that all our black men get out of jail with no plan, no skills, no nothing. I was so disrupted with that. But then again, I had to say, let people be the way they want to be and tell their stories. Who am I not to, be interested in people's story? Again, I wish y'all wealth, health, and prosperity. I hope you take the words that I'm giving you as me as a human. I don't identify with nothing else. I have a husband, I have kids, and I identify as human. Call me what you will. Have a nice day.